Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of the class. Week 1 was great. You all were very involved in our discussions. It's so wonderful to see, as I had said in my first announcement, some old friends and some new friends, and such a diverse amount of backgrounds. I don't think I've had a class to date that had so many people in different majors. So that's awesome. All different kinds of perspectives to share. So one of the things I wanted to mention to you with regard to week 1 was a few things about special ed just overall. And some of you did mention this in your discussions, and I haven't finished grading all of your papers, and I'm sure that many of you will mention this in your papers when you talk about IEPs and 504s. One, special education is not a place. Special education is a service. So whatever a student needs regarding specialized instruction and related services is provided through special education. The setting is part of that decision. I'm sorry. You see, I have on my shirt to go do a therapy dog visit, and here's the therapy dog, Miss Basie over here, who sees that I have this blue shirt on. So she is getting a little bit rambunctious here. So I figured I would just share my little Basie here. Anyhow, one of the things to be really careful about with regard to both 504 and IEPs is knowing that both of them require a disability. For Section 504, it's a disability that impacts a major life function and requires accommodations. And for an IEP, it's one of the 13 federal categories of disability and a student requiring specialized instruction and related services. So I hope that helps to frame a little bit about what we've been talking about. I also wanted to let you know about a special disability category that you may not have come across in your research. There is a 14th disability category, and it's called developmental delay. And what that is for young children ages 3 and 4 and 5 up till the age of 6. It has to be redetermined by age 6. But it's an early childhood category that allows us to find a child eligible if they're showing in Connecticut. Our regulations our guidance is a disability that's 1.5 standard deviations with regard to assessments. And I know that's sort of jargony in 2 areas of development, or 2 standard deviations in 1 area. So it's a moderate disability in 2 areas, or a significant issue in 1. There's also room for clinical judgment, because we know that assessing young children isn't always easy. But I wanted to let you know that because it's up to individual states whether they adopt developmental delay and how old they allow developmental delay to be applicable. So just wanted to let you know that whatever state you are in, you may have developmental delay. I think almost every state has it, but each state ends it at a different time. Some end it at age 8, some, like in Connecticut, and it has to be changed to one of the 13 categories before a youngster turns 6. So just to let you know, there is that one more category. This week, we're going to be talking about speech and language impairments, specific learning disabilities, and attention deficit disorder. And what I'm going to be asking you to do this week is read chapters 5, 7, 8, and 11 in your textbook. You're going to be looking at assistive technology, learning disabilities, again, ADHD and speech and language impairment. And then you're going to watch videos about ADHD, supporting developmental language disorders, and very importantly, engaging with families and creating trusting partnerships, which is very foundational to everything that happens in special ed, and also all of the other career areas that we're represented in this class. Relationships with families are really, really important, and creating trusting partnerships really does cross across all of our areas and all of our disciplines. So for our discussion this week, you're going to watch a video called Welcome to Holland, and then answer your personal experience or one other connection with this week's readings, and then talk about how you can support parents of children with special needs. And I do say in the directions to ensure positive educational outcomes. I'd like you to talk about that, but if you want to talk about how it relates to your field of study and where the intersection is with what you plan to be doing for your career and with education, that would be fine. Again, you can do a video posting, and we had one this week and it was awesome. Or you could do a written post. Make sure that you provide your references, use in-text citations in APA format if you're doing it written. If you're doing a video post, you can attach them right below the video or as an attachment as a Word document. Just make sure that we know where you got your information from. So if we want to go look at those resources, they are available to us. And then our assignment this week is to try on disabilities. So you're going to look at something called Misunderstood Minds and look at what it's like to have ADD, do a video simulation. So you're going to try both of those. And then I'd like you to tell a little bit about what you were thinking and what you were feeling while you did each of these activities, and then draw a connection to what you have read or researched about learning disabilities and ADHD. So again, you can use a written assignment, or you are welcome to use a mind map this week. And I did give you a link to I hope that's not a typo. If it is, it's mindmap.com. I think it may be an error, but I will check on that and correct it if some of you have looked at that already. And those are our assignments for this week. Please make sure that you are working on getting a place for your 1 hour observation in a public school, pre-K through grade 6, or any of the grades that you can choose. If you're having difficulties with that, throw me an email or give me a call, and I would be happy to give you some suggestions. Otherwise, it's been wonderful for week 1. I'm looking forward to jumping into week 2, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.